It was not pretty. I mean, I just don't know how else to really. I'm not going to sit here and say that there's no way that you can't improve. Like, you have to improve over 253 yards of total offense. The only issue is I can't really nail it down to just one specific problem. I mean, the issues were kind of all over the place. They couldn't run the ball with any type of consistency. The passing game was, for the most part, ineffective without a few good plays. And situationally, three for 13, on third downs, and failing to convert in the red zone trip to a touchdown. I mean, situationally, it has really not been very good. You look at how they've performed in the last 5 seasons against Georgia. Remember, that's probably top tier competition. So I'm kind of comparing Notre Dame. And when we look at Notre Dame, just understand this. Like, I'm looking at Notre Dame through a lens of expecting them to be in the playoff mix. So can this team now close the gap with teams that are likely going to be in the college football playoff? So we know this past year, we know Ohio State's probably going to be in a pretty good spot to maybe make a playoff run. Against Georgia in recent years, Notre Dame scored a combined 35 points in 2 matchups. In the ACC title game against Clemson, they scored 10 points. Against Clemson in the Cotton Bowl, scored 3 points. Scored 14 points against Alabama in the Rose Bowl, and 13 points in a home loss last year against Cincinnati. So how have they fared in settings against college football playoff caliber teams? Not well. That, I think, is something that they need to get adjust. And Tommy Rees, I think, and his staff, they need to do a better job of finding ways to create matchup advantages. Now, Tyler Buckner, of course, a lot's going to be taken from this. A little up and down in his first career start, but I think he'll get better. I think Lorenzo Styles has a chance to be a really good player in time. But I just think they need to get more out of their receiving group, and they might need to be just the tiniest bit more creative in their run game as well. So I'm not saying it's over, but against Marshall, you should have a big pickup. Since the question was specific to Marshall, the offense should be considerably better. But against college football caliber opponents, they have to be able to create explosive offense. And until they do, I think they're going to struggle when they get to the biggest games on the schedule against top tier competition on the defense side of the football.